A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Today, we take over at Forest Green Rovers with free agents only. The club from England has just suffered back-to-back relegations as they've finished rock bottom in 2 seasons in a row, first in League One and then now this season in League Two, which of course means that they will be relegated to the National League and not be a part of FC25. But we have to respect certain rules. First off, we can only sign free agents or add youth academy players from our youth setup. Those are the 2 only options to bring in new players during the whole rebuild here. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be probably the biggest rebuild on this channel so far. So strap yourselves in, make yourself a coffee. I can actually tell you that we don't have a lot of quality in the team. I mean, we have a 59 rated goalkeeper, 19 years of age granted, but yes, there is a lot of work to be done here. The captain is Innis, 2862, a centre back. Even have Garrick here up front, who is actually a left midfielder, so we'll absolutely have to change that formation. That's the first thing we have to do. So this fits the team much better. We have no player out of position in this team. Right midfielder McAllister, left midfielder Garrick, striker Deutsch. But of course, let's not forget that we can only go in for free agents or youth academy players. Liam Corbin is a 1-star experience and judgment scout. He won't find us any talents, so we might just have to wait until we can get a better scout. With only 3 million in the budget, that is going to be really difficult though to do anything. We also terminate the contract of Vicente Reyes, who returns to Norwich, as we are going in for our first free agent of this rebuild. It is the Croatian goalkeeper Nediliko Labrovic, who is only 23 years of age. I'm really intrigued to see Labrovic's overall right now. He will be a 74 rated goalkeeper, plus 12 on our current goalkeeper. What an improvement here. We are going to use a counter-attacking style of play for the first seasons. Our second signing is a US American. He's a right midfielder, as we don't have a lot of cover on those positions. Coming into the fancy offices here at Forest Green Rovers, it is Alejandro Zendejas joining us from the free agency list as per a belting 74 plus 12 plus 10 on the current players on this position. And so this is how we roll here in the first season, with of course the additions of Zendejas 2574 and Labrovic 2375 already gone up. I am scratching my head, lads, because at the halfway point of League 2, Forest Green are in second place with 1 game less than the others, only 3 defeats in 26 games. A bit crazy, a bit mad, I'm not gonna lie. Bakayoko is our best scorer here with 8 goals alongside Zendejas, so there can be even a little bit of an improvement. But I believe we've been defensively really sound with our new goalkeeper in net. Labrovic has played 29 games and held 12 clean sheets, which is incredible. As we have lost 1 central midfielder, who of course returned to his parent club, I want to go in for a new man here, in Marcel Ruiz, of course a well-known free agent, and he accepts 12k per week, and he's a big upgrade, a 76 rated CDM cam. He can play anywhere on the pitch. With the addition of Ruiz here, we have changed the formation to a 4-3-3 with 2 cams to get of course the best out of this formation. We'll finally make some positional changes here. First of it is Alejandro Zendejas from a right midfielder to a right winger, and he goes up by 1. Next up is Jordan Garrick from a left midfielder to a left winger. He goes up by 2 actually. Reece Brown from a central midfielder to a cam. He goes up by 1 as well. Nice growth all around the park here. Jacob Maddox, I've got the feeling that I've changed everybody's position very soon here. From a CM to a CAM, also up by 1. For next season already, we sell Charlie McCann, who wanted to leave the club, to Coventry City for 1.7 million. Nathan Holland leaves us at the end of the season to Swansea for 840k, as well as Alex Gorin, who is joining Ajaccio for 400k. We have been running riot with the league here in the second part of the season. Again, 3 points ahead of Stockport, 19 points ahead of Crewe Alexandra, and we top this league here in flying colours with 98 points. The FA Cup goes to Manchester United over Manchester City in the final, in a Manchester derby here. We have made it into the round 2 replay. After a draw with Colchester away, we clearly lost 3-0 at home. Manchester City get their first title here in the Cups. They beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final 3-1. We actually made it out of round 1 against Grimsby Town 3-2 on penalties, but lost out to Rotherham in round 2 3-1 in the BSM Trophy, also known as the Papa John's Trophy. We have topped the group here with no losses in 2 games. We made it out of round 2 against Wigan Athletic 2-1. We even passed round 3 on penalties 2-0, a bit of a weird penalty shootout against Wrexham. And in the quarters we passed Bristol Rovers. In the semis we passed Charlton Athletic, which means we are in the final. And we won against Wickham. We won our first trophy in our first season. Not even the new boys in town have dominated the stats. It is the OGs Garrick, Bakayoko and Holland who will leave the club, of course. We also sell for next season already Darnelli Johnson to Concarneau in France for 250k. We are of course promoted to League 1. Let's jump into our first League 1 season and the second season in general. So lads, our first season in League 1, we will have about 9 million in our budget. Our defense and certainly our goalkeeper are solid. Just like our front line here, with Garrick, Bakayoko and Zenderhas, our star man. But certainly Bunker, as I said, needs to be replaced. The transfer business in season number 2 starts by selling backup goalkeeper Luke Daniels to Leyton Orient for 105k. Second player we sell in this transfer window is our third string striker. He's coming on with age. It is Christian Deutsch joining CFR Cluj in Romania for 600k. The first thing we do with those 9.7 millions we now have in our budget is to sign a 4-star, 5-star scout, Aiki Kauranen, for 3.2 million. He will proceed to go to England to make some babies here in 9 months. Emanuel Ozadebe, third string striker, to Sepsi Oskay in Romania for 700k, already the second player to Romania. We change Marcel Rui's position from a central midfielder to a attacking midfielder, and he stays at a 78 overall. Our first free agent signing of this season is for a regen, a Brazilian centre back. I assume this is Thiago Silva's regen. Pedro Costa joining us once again from the free agency list. His overall though is what really strikes me, and it's a 74. Second, I found a new region, yet another region. 16 years of age. It's a Uruguayan striker. His name is Victor Escobar. What a name though. It is probably either the Luis Suarez or the Edinson Cavani region. And his overall is about a 74, once again just a bit like Costa. For our third and final signing of season number 2, we go in for Pelirudog Mpansu, who is a central midfielder. His overall is a 71, so he'll give us depth in that midfield position. We don't need Matthew Stevens anymore. He goes to Karlsruhe SC for 1.1 million. And another striker who we just simply don't need anymore. He's only 59 rated. It's Tirese Omotoye. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. He goes to Cheltenham Town. After this clear out here, in and out, we have Costa, who is of course a centre back. He's on the left side. We have Mpansu, who converts from a CM to a CDM. Should only take about 2 weeks. And of course our new marksman, only 16. He's a wonder kid, 16 years of age, 74 overall. It is Escobar. Hopefully this team can be up to the level in League 1, certainly a different level than League 2. Peli Rudok Mpansu changes his position from a central midfielder to a CDM, and he stays at a 71. At the halfway point of season number 2 here with Forest Green Rovers, we are sitting in 6th place in League 1. And lads, what I can tell you is that we are in a promotion race to go to the championship only in season number 2. And looking at this squad, it is crystal clear who has made the difference. Victor Escobar has scored 15 goals, 1 assist, 12 for McAllister, 11 for Zendejas. These boys have come clutch. For the second part of the season, I'm going to replace Brown with Coates, the man who we just promoted from our youth academy. He's 1 overall lower but 11 years younger. And in the January transfer window, we sell Dominic Bernard, our rotational right back who wanted to leave the club. He goes to Spain for 450k. If you enjoy our content, please remember to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. And we have won League 1 at the end of the second season here with Forest Green. We get promoted to the championship immediately. Back-to-back promotions with 88 points, 2 ahead of Portsmouth, 3 ahead of Blackpool and 5 only ahead of Sheffield. It was very tense. But we made it out. In the FA Cup, we actually had to go to a replay in round 2 where we won on penalties against Forest Green. In round 3 we beat Tranmere Rovers 3-2. And in round 4 we narrowly lost to Leicester, a Premier League side, 2-1. The Bristol Street Motors Trophy, we actually won that last year. We came in second in our group. Round 2 we beat MK Dons. Round 3 we lost on penalties to Wimbledon. And then at last we have the Carabao Cup where we defeated Cardiff on penalties in round 1. We beat Leyton Orient away from home 2-1. In round 3 we defeated Swansea. Wow, what a run we are on here. Round 4 we even defeated Coventry City, a top championship side. In the quarters we came by Blackburn Rovers, another championship side. In the semis we beat Brentford, we obliterated them 4-1 to play West Ham in the final. Can we win the Carabao Cup? Yes! Oh my god! I am absolutely shocked. I'm in shock. We have beaten West Ham United to win the Carabao Cup. And if I'm not mistaken, that will get us Europe while we are in the championship next season. It is Escobar, 23 goals. He's the top man. Zendejas in second, 20, alongside McAllister, also 20. And then we have Ruiz with 25 assists from midfield. An incredible pickup he was, just like Zendejas. And the squad has progressed nicely as well here. What a nice progression. Ruiz to an 80, Mpansu 72, Coates, the man from the youth, 67, Escobar up to a 76, plus 3 I'd say. Zendejas is also up to a 76, Costa up to a 77, Labrovic, our best man, 25 years of age, 81 overall. Also a quick update here on the youth academy, where we found an absolute baller in Noah Bray, who is converting to an attacking midfielder from a CDM. And then the pick of the bunch maybe here, Sebastian Ryan, a striker, 86 to 94 potential. I'm gonna immediately promote him to the senior team. Bray's transformation has ended, and he's gone up by 10 overall from a CDM to a cam. We are going to promote him as well. But let's crack on with season number 3 in the championship. And for our first championship season, we'll have about 13 million to spend. We loan out our youth academy superstar Noah Bray for 1 year to Coventry City. The first player we try to go in for in season number 3 here is a former Manchester United player. And he accepts our contract. A right winger, giving us more depth, more strength, coming into the club here. At Forest Green Rovers, it is Facundo Pelistri. His overall is about a 74. Another big player in our pursuit to glory could be this guy. It is Mohamed El Arouch, a wonder kid on FC24. He's formerly of Olympique Lyon, but now he's joining Forest Green Rovers as well. His overall is about a 72. Last but not least, we go in for CG Egan Riley, a new right back, as we only have one right back in the squad, in the club, at this moment in time. Our third signing of the season has a 72 overall, so he's a big upgrade on Dabo. We further proceed to loan out 2 players. First of it is Jackson Bradley, our right winger, to Spezia for 12 months. And the second player is Sebastian Ryan, who goes on loan to Frosinone. But with this squad here that we've built at Forest Green Rovers, I have absolutely no fears that we could get dragged down in a relegation battle in the championship. Because the additions of El Arouche, Egan Riley, and of course Facundo Pelistri here, 2374. I mean, we have added 3 young players in 3 different key areas, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. We can hire a 5-star scout here from Estonia, Juhan Koppel. Let's see where he can go. Maybe somewhere exotic, like South America. I will send him to Chile for 9 months. I've nearly forgotten to tell you guys that we are of course in the Conference League in Group G, alongside Trabzonspor, Sporting Charleroi, and Kalmar FF from I think Sweden. So, an absolute novum here. As a championship club who has just been promoted from League 1, we will play in Europe. At the halfway point of season number 3, we are sitting in a respectable 7th spot on 37 points after 24 games. First is Nottingham Forest, they are 21 points ahead, but we are in the dogfight for promotion. We have topped the group in the Conference League. It doesn't get any better than this. This rebuild never ceases to amaze me. Incredible. And this man never ceases to amaze me either. It is Victor Escobar, 20 goals in 21 apps. I mean, incredible. McAllister with 7 goals, the second best scorer. 13 behind Escobar. Escobar is our Ronaldo. This is a new Youth Academy player. I'm going to show you this guy immediately. This Jacob Kirk. He will get promoted and be the backup keeper to, of course, Labrovic. On deadline day in January, we sell Sean Robertson, who we didn't need anymore, to Vidovre. We have just missed out on the playoffs by 4 points. We have ended in 8th place on 69 points. Nice. 76 goals scored is incredible, one of the highest scorers in the league, but 61 conceded is the highest in the top half of the table as well. It is Nottingham Forest going up, Leeds United following them, and then Norwich, Luton, Sunderland and Watford making it out between themselves in the playoffs. Round 3 we got knocked out in the FA Cup to Wolves, and the final still to be played between City and Aston Villa. The Carabao Cup goes to West Ham this time, after they lost out to us last year. We beat Tranmere away from home in round 1 in the Carabao Cup. In the second round we lost to Newport County, League 2 side. In the Europa Conference League, of course, we topped the group, so we didn't have to go through the preliminary rounds. But our sensational run came to a halt against Athletic Bilbao. Very narrowly we missed out, 3-4 on aggregate. Escobar has just destroyed the championship. The drop-off between those two here and then the rest is just incredible. We have 34 in 39 for Escobar, 20 in 37 for Pelistri, and then we have 8 in 23 for McAllister as the next best scorer. It's just insane. Zendejas still with 7 goals, 6 assists, and Ruiz also 6 goals and 8 assists, not bad. Planning for next season already, as we sell Fankati Dabo to clear out the deadwood, as I just said before. He's a 30-year-old right back who is just not good enough anymore. Next up, it is Reece Brown joining NEC Nijmegen in the Netherlands. Teddy Jenks going to Romania for 520k. Yet another transfer out before the end of the season. It is Jacob Maddox going out for 860k. I think you can imagine where I want to go next season. That's right, I absolutely want a nailed-on promotion fight. And not only a promotion fight, I want to go straight up to the Premier League. After one season in the Championship here, 8th place, not a bad season to be honest. The Cups have been a bit disappointing compared to last season. Let's jump into season number 4 with Forest Green Rovers. We start off season number 4 With a sale, it is Amadou Bakayoko, now only 4th string striker anymore, going off to Bristol for 2 million on the dot. We also sell Marcel Lavigné to Düsseldorf for 1.5 million. I want an upgrade on him, that's why I sold him. We will also have Peli Rudok Mpansu, the man we bought last season, or the season before, I can't remember exactly. He will retire at the end of the season. Just like our captain Jordan Moore-Taylor, he will also retire at the end of the season, so we'll have to see who we can buy maybe at centre back, because we are also very thin in this position. While one scout goes to England once again, the other is going to Brazil this time. Our first signing of season number 4 is for a CDM, a regen player of 18 years of age, Ruben Laurent, a Frenchman, joining the club here. He's a 70 overall. Second, we go in for a very, very important position. Vital player into the club here. At the left back spot, it is Felix Agu joining the club here. And he will be about a 74 rated starting left back. The last of my chosen ones in season number 4 is going to be another young regen, 18-year-old Italian. Yet again, of course, respecting the free agent rule. It is Michele D'Angelo, what a name by the way, a new centre back, joining the club, an Italian 18-year-old. And he's about a 71. We finally get a deal over the line for our third string goalkeeper. It is Jamie Searle, joining Hammarby for 190k. We sell one of our youth academy diamonds, who unfortunately didn't develop just as I liked. He has lost his potential tag. It is Leo Coates joining Winterthur for 3.1 million. This is the squad we are looking at here in season number 4 with Forest Green Rovers. What I can certainly tell you is that Ryan has returned from loan. He's 1872, an exciting prospect. Even better is Bry here. He's a cam, 17 years of age, 72 rated, and he has potential to be special. Both of them will certainly take a place on the bench, just like our new man Laurent, the Frenchman, 18 years of age, 70 overall. We have Agu here on the starting left back spot. He is 74 rated, 26 years of age. We have, last but not least here, Michele D'Angelo, what a name, 18 years of age, an absolute unit at 6'6". He's 18 years of age, 71 overall. We need to have a say in the promotion race, and I don't want to go through playoffs. I want immediate, automatic promotion here with Forest Green Rovers in season number 4. We enhanced the clear out by selling Jackson Bradley for 3.35 million. He was yet another youth academy player who lost his tag. Now imagine that would happen. FC Barcelona coming in for a championship manager. That would be hilarious in real life. To keep you updated on the youth academy business, we've just promoted 2 players. One is Luis Arnold, a third string goalkeeper at this moment in time. The second player we have promoted is Harvey Noble, right winger, 17 years of age, 68 overall. Starting January 1st, we will be without Kyle McAllister, who leaves the club for 2.25 million. So lads, at the halfway point of season number 4, we are sitting in 5th place. I am a bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie here. 4 behind automatic promotion, that's my target for this season, of course. To be where Bournemouth are at the end of the season. And so far, we haven't done so well. 7 defeats already in 24 games is not great. Escobar once again delivers with 12 goals in 19 games. Pelistri also, once again, second best scorer with 10 contributions in 17, just like Sendejas 10 in 18. And then Ruiz with 8 in 27. This team is too good for the championship in my opinion. We have D'Angelo and Mpansu who are a bit kind of our weak spots here, but all the others are just, most of them above the overall of 75, and even some 80 or above like Pelistri, Escobar, Ruiz, Costa, and even Labrovic. Another couple of players that we are going to promote from our prestigious youth academy are Denis Alves, a Brazilian, 82 to 94 potential, 17 years of age, 61 overall. As well as the Englishman Jackson Woodward, who is 16 years of age, 61, a left back. At the end of the season in the championship, Leicester have cracked the 100 points, and we have finished in third place, agonizingly missed out on automatic promotion by one single point. 88 points, 89 for Bournemouth. We are in the playoffs, where we beat Sunderland 3-2 on aggregate in the semi-finals, and even Watford in the final, which means we will finally get promoted to the Premier League. Arsenal win the FA Cup over Chelsea 2-0. In round 3, we beat Leicester away from home. Good first result. Round 4, we had to go through a replay where we scraped through Green Rovers on penalties. Round 5, we beat Gillingham away. Very favourable draws here. And in round 6, even Preston, another favourable draw, which meant that we had to go to the semis where we got really taught a lesson against Chelsea 3-1. While in the Carabao Cup, we actually passed Bournemouth in the first round, 2-0. Round 3, though, we got knocked out by Liverpool. Very difficult draw in round 3. Because Liverpool have actually won the Carabao Cup, so the team that knocked us out beat Spurs in the final. Escobar has confirmed his spot at the top of the goal charts. He's up to an 85 at 19 years of age. What a player. We have Pelistri up to an 81. 20 goals, 4 assists for him. Zendejas even up by 2, 29, 79 rated, 16 goals for him. The team morale doesn't seem to be that great, but of course next season Mo Taylor will retire, as well as our captain Mpanzu, and that's why we'll have to go into the hunt for, of course, a centre-back and a CDM next season. We have 3 top youth players here in our youth academy. First of it is Miranda, goalkeeper, 17 years of age, 87 to 93 potential. We have Leonard, 15 years of age, 62 overall. And then Fernandez, 18 years of age, 66 overall. He's already going to get promoted. Objectively, I would say that season number 4 has been a massive success. We've got promoted to the Premier League. We've just stayed in the Championship for 2 seasons. We are off to season number 5, our first season in the Promised Land in the Premier League. We start off season number 5 by signing a centre-back from Spain, only 19 years of age. It is Fernando Martinez, Spanish centre-back, joining the club here. He's about a 73 overall. He's giving us good depth. Next up, to strengthen the wing positions. We really needed that. The former Watford player, 29 years of age, Emmanuel Dennis, joining us here once again from the free agency list. And he's about a 74 overall at 29 years of age. Another good rotational squad player. And last but not least, we go in for a former Roma player in Ebrima Darboe. His overall is about a 75. One of the OGs of this team who came up with us from, of course, League 2 is Ryan Innes, and he's retiring at the end of the season. We sell our former youth player, Harvey Noble, to Middlesbrough for 6.1 million, as well as Jacob Kirk, leaving us to join Middlesbrough. He's our third string goalkeeper right now. All of our players have been added to the squad here. We have the backup goalkeeper Arnold, who has returned from his loan spell. The new man Martinez, who is 19 years of age, 74 overall. He has taken the spot on the bench. Just like Darboe, who is 26, a CM, CDM. And then Dennis, also on the bench. We couldn't really improve the starting 11 here in this season, but it was really important to strengthen the bench, because now we have both a good starting 11, strong, very, very strong, and also a good bench. I continue to be amazed by this football club, because in our first season in the Premier League, after 20 games, so halfway through the season, we are sitting in 7th place, 34 points. After 20 games, 10 wins. Half of the games we've played, we've actually won. What an insane first part of the season, I would say. Escobar is once again the top scorer with 8 goals. He's up by 2 to an 87. Zendejas with 5 assists, our top assister, up to an 80 as well, 7 goals for him. And then we have Ryan, who has scored 7 goals, most of them from the bench. He's one of course, our youth academy players who returned from loan. A few more bright spots here, as we have Ricardo Diaz, a right back, 15, 56, 84 to 94 potential. And at the end of the 5th season, our first in the Premier League, it is indeed a 7th place finish, 60 points after 38 games. Sensational first season, with 17 wins out of 38. Incredible for a newly promoted club. In the FA Cup, it is Manchester City triumphing over Leeds in the final. And we have reached round 4 until getting knocked out by Bolton at home. A bit of an embarrassment, I'm not gonna lie. In the Carabao Cup, it is Chelsea defeating Liverpool in the final. And here we've also been knocked out by a championship side in Swansea City, another bit of an embarrassment. Bad season in terms of the cups. For the first time in this rebuild, we are having a look at the Champions League. It is Borussia Dortmund triumphing over Chelsea here on penalties. In the Europa League, it is an all-Spanish final, with Barcelona defeating Sevilla. And in the Conference League, it is an astonishing winner in Mallorca. It's been a bit of a slow second half of the season for Victor Escobar, who's up to an 88, incredible, but 13 goals. He's not scored a lot in the second part of the season. Zendejas, however, has stepped up. Slabrovic, the goalkeeper, with 8 clean sheets in 40 games. The 5th season of this rebuild, our first in the Premier League, has ended in 7th spot. Once again, a top 10 finish. Incredible, as I said at the halfway point. We have never finished outside the top 10 in any of the seasons, from League 2 to League 1, Championship and now Premier League. And hopefully that can get stepped up in the next season. Another top 10 finish is what I expect, and also maybe a qualification for Europe. So lads, at the start of the 6th season here with Forest Green Rovers, we are having a look at this squad, and what I can immediately tell you is that 2 positions, even 3, are on the chopping blocks here. The centre-back D'Angelo, 20 years of age, 76 overall. Laurent, 20 years of age as well, 75 overall in the CDM position. And Agu, left-back, 28, 78 rated. Alex Fernandez is also a very interesting man. He has returned from loan and is now a 74 overall player. First off, in season number 6, we go in for a new centre-back. Diogo Carvalho, yet another Brazilian centre-back, joining Forest Green. And he's 18 years of age, 74 overall. Our second signing of season number 6 is for, on paper, another centre-back, but I have the plan to convert him to the left-back. He's entering the club here. There's an Italian, Alessandro Fontanarosa. He plays at Inter Milan, I think, in real life. He's a 76 rated 25-year-old centre-back who can also play on the left-back position. It will take Fontanarosa 40 weeks, but I'm happily giving him this time. So lads, I made a bit of a mistake here, because I gave one player a release clause, and that's actually been met here. As it is Frankie Leonard going to Nottingham Forest for 2.2 million, a former youth academy prospect. A last player in transfer window, number 6, is a very, very interesting name. It is Innocent Sako. What a name. Again, perfect name for a perfect job as a rotational backup here. Innocent Sako joining us. He's a 74 rated 21-year-old with a lot of room to grow. As we have signed one winger, we don't need Jordan Garrick anymore. He's 30 years of age now, 1.5 million to Watford. We have a big budget here of 76 million that we can't use, of course, because we are only allowed to sign free agents. As one of the last acts of business in this transfer window, we sell Emmanuel Denis, who we picked up last season. He wasn't really growing too much. He's already 30 years of age, 74 overall. He's gone for 6 million to Luton Town. From the youth academy here, Ricardo Diaz gets promoted to the senior team. He deserves it. 16 years of age, 59 overall, 86 to 92 potential, a right back. In this transfer window, we've certainly strengthened our squad depth, but Carvalho is into the side here, a left-sided centre-back, alongside Costa, 2 Brazilians now in defence. We have Fontanarosa, who is converting to a left-back on the bench right now, Then we have Fernandez, of course, the youth prospect, who returned from loan. And then, last but not least, the man we bought, another winger for the other side. He's converting to a right winger, so that we have enough depth on both wing positions. He's of course 21-74. Would be great this season if we could sneak into European football, getting into the top 6. That would be the dream. To my surprise, we are actually playing in the Conference League, Group D, so it was actually good enough what we reached last year. Group D it is, alongside Austria Vienna, Rosenborg and Legia Warsaw from Poland. We have just found a fantastic youth player here. A CDM, exactly the position we need. 18 years of age, 67 overall, 80 to 94 potential. As Rastin. What a talent here. We are immediately promoting him. So lads, at the halfway point of season number 6, we are in a big pickle here. We are actually closer to the relegation zone. Wolves on 16, we are on 24, then to the Champions League zone. Manchester City on 41. We really need to strap ourselves in. I don't know what has gone wrong this season. 6 wins only, 6 draws and 8 losses are just too much. We've been absolutely destroyed in the Conference League as well. It's not been a very good run so far this season. It's been absolutely horrific. The only players really delivering are once again Escobar and, quite surprisingly, El Arouche, who has gone up by 11 goals. Also 11 for Escobar, but then the drop-off is crazy. Sebastian Ryan, our backup striker, with 4 goals. Fernandez with 4. Those two have come from the youth academy. Ruiz, only 3 goals, 6 assists is alright. But all the others, Sendejas, Pelistri, none of those players delivering really. I mean, even Labrovic, our captain, came to talk to me. He is discontent. It's not easy at this moment in time here. It's really a very crucial moment in this rebuild. Yeah, we have really not done well this season. 11 wins, 11 draws, 16 losses after 38 games. The season is finished, and we are a bit finished as well. 14th spot, 44 points. That is a fall-off if I ever saw one. But our downfall needs to be studied. We are around the likes of Leeds, Brentford, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, instead of being around Aston Villa, Chelsea or Manchester United. Well, the FA Cup goes to Aston Villa over Manchester United. We have lost in the round of 16 to Newcastle United. What is Aston Villa cooking? They have won a domestic double here, winning the Carabao Cup as well over Chelsea. The Champions League goes to Barcelona over Inter Milan in the final. Man City, surprisingly, in a Champions League final quality game here, beat Atletico 3-1 in the Europa League. And Roma win the Conference League over Rangers. I mean, apart from Escobar and El Arouche, the two men that already were on top at the halfway point of the season, 30 goals among them two. Without those two, we would have been relegated, hands down. Sendejas hasn't really stepped up. I mean, 15 contributions aren't bad, to be fair. Pelistri is supposed to be the star of this side, 84 rated, but he just doesn't cut it, or didn't cut it this season. 27, 84 rated is all good, but yeah, 6 goals aren't. Those stats are really bleak here. Apart from those two frontrunners, the stats are absolutely shocking. And I mean, the squad is really not happy either. Costa is up to an 88, Labrovic up to an 84. We have Ruiz 84, El Arouche 82, same rating as Bray here already. Escobar up to a 90, our first 90 rated player. And we still finished 14th with a 90 rated player in the side. 84 rated Pelistri, 82 rated Sendejas. This team should do a lot better. Next season we need probably a new CDM. I've given Lauren 1 more season, but he just doesn't cut it. We change Alessandro Fontanarosa's position from a centre-back to a left-back, and he goes up by 1 actually. I wasn't expecting that. I apologize in advance, but this season has just been piss poor. 14th spot in the Premier League, 5th round in the FA Cup, 4th round in the Carabao Cup, and shamelessly knocked out in the group stage of the Conference League. It has to get better, otherwise the Forest Green adventure could come to a crushing end. Our first signing of season number 7 is for finally a big upgrade at the CDM position, as Wilfried Ndidi is joining us, the former Leicester player, for €0 as usual from the free agency list, and he's an 80 rated CDM. I'm going in for a backup goalkeeper, Antti Hämäläinen, joining us for €0 as our second signing in season number 7. 18-year-old, 75 overall. Our squad depth right now is absolutely bloated here, as you can see. With CDMs all over the park, NDD in the starting spot. That is our only change here in the starting 11 in that second season. We have Hämäläinen on the bench, 18 years of age, 75. We have Fontana Rosa, who has taken the left back spot. He's younger than Agu, of course, 3 years and only 1 overall lower. This team is really good, and I expect a lot from us. We are only sticking to 2 transfers right now. If needs must, we can change still in the January transfer window, but for now, this is how we roll. We sell our third string goalkeeper Luis Arnold, who goes to West Ham for 17 million. We've also loaned out a few goalkeepers here. From the youth, Reeves to Paris on a year-long loan, Miranda to start the Rams on a year-long loan, Diaz has gone to Orlando City for 2 years on a loan, the right back. And Alves, a potentially very good player for the future, gone to Aston Villa of all teams on loan. Since joining us, he's really not set the world alight. And that's why I don't have any regrets of selling Ebrima Darboe to Almeria for 7 million. I know I told you guys I wouldn't sign anyone anymore, but that was before I found Timothy Fosu-Mensah, a very good utility player who can play in a number of positions. Originally a right wing back, he's 75 overall at 31 years of age, but he can also play at centre back, CDM. So lads, at the halfway point of season number 7, we are actually in 6th place, 11 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, 38 points after 20 games, 7 points adrift of Spurs, who are in 1st place. That is what you call a better season. Even though the stats are looking really bleak, because Pelistri is the top scorer with 7 goals, Escobar the second, he needs to strap himself in. First time I'm a bit disappointed with him. He's up by 1 to a 91, but he's only scored 4 goals, just like Ryan. So the goals are a bit bleak. Going into a European competition is my expectation for this season, so we are on track, and the team is on track as well. We've only 3 players that I immediately see here: D'Angelo, Fontana Rosa and Sacco under the overall of 80. Another season has come to a close. We have risen to 2nd place at the end of season number 7. 77 points, only 4 behind Liverpool. We were kind of in a title race here. 3 ahead of Arsenal, and we will be playing Champions League football with Forest Green Rovers for the first time in season number 8. The FA Cup goes to Brighton Hove Albion over Newcastle. We've actually made it into round 5, which is the round of 16 where we've gotten knocked out by Arsenal. Manchester United finally win the Carabao Cup 4-3 on penalties over Leeds, while we lost to same Leeds on penalties already in the 2nd round, so a bit of a bad cup run this season. Of course, we were not participating in any kind of European football this season, but let's have a quick look here at the Champions League, where PSG defeated Ajax in the final 3-1. Celta from Spain defeated Marseille in the Europa League final. And Manchester United defeat Fiorentina in the Europa Conference League final. Victor Escobar has stepped up like I asked him to in the second part of the season. 12 goals, 10 for Pelistri, 8 for Sacco, who's up to an 80. Zendejas down by 1, but still with 8 goals and 4 assists. And even backup striker Ryan has come in clutch, just like the other youth academy player Bray here with 5 goals, 5 assists, up to an 84. But anyway, we have narrowly missed out on the Premier League title, which would have been a sensational title, especially given that we weren't that great last season. We have ended in 2nd place, 5th round in the FA Cup, 2nd round in the Carabao, in season number 8. Let's jump into it. Our first signing of the 8th season here is for a new left back, massively needed. It could be the Andy Robertson region. John Boyle, a Scottish left back, 18 years of age, joining us. His overall is an 82, so he's an upgrade on Fontana Rosa and our third string left back now, Agu. A second big player into the club is the Moroccan CDM, formerly of Manchester United and Fiorentina. It is Sofian Amrabat joining us, once again from the free agency list as per. And last but not least, we go in for an absolute superstar at this point. He's already 32, but he's giving us the experience we need on the wing positions. In real life, he's a Juventus superstar, but now he is a Forest Green Rovers player. It is Federico Chiesa joining us. I couldn't believe my luck when this guy appeared on the free agency list, about an 85-86 overall. As we have now signed a new left back, we don't need Alessandro Fontanarosa anymore. He leaves the club to Chelsea for 20.2 million, as well as selling our former youth player George Weaves for 5.4 million to Hamburg. So this is how we go into our very first Champions League campaign here with Forest Green Rovers, with Boyle of course at the left back spot, 1881. An exciting prospect, a very experienced 33-year-old, 80 rated Amrabat, who is 2 higher rated than Ndidi, same age. You have of course the big man, Chiesa, left midfielder, right midfielder, left winger, right wing. I can play anywhere on the park, 32, 85 rated, also of course into the starting 11. We convert our left midfielder, the new man we bought, Chiesa, who has already gone down by 1 to an 84. He goes to a right wing and back up to an 85. Our group in the Champions League, Group E, looks as follows. We are alongside Olympique Lyon, RB Salzburg from Austria and Porto from Portugal. I'd say a very manageable group here. This time we are a bit lucky. So lads, we have arrived at the halfway point of Season 8, where we are sitting in 5th place after 20 games, 37 points. A bit like last season, 5th place, 2 points away from Chelsea in 3rd, and 7 away from Arsenal in 1st. And in very close and narrow fashion, we've made it out of Group E with a single win out of 6. I mean, that's an art in itself. 1 win, 4 draws, 1 loss, and we have made it out in 2nd place, behind Olympique Lyon and same points than Porto. But I presume better goal difference is what puts us through ahead of Porto. In the round of 16 we face our lovely Italians from Milan. The man of this whole rebuild, Escobar here, with 11 goals, 18 appearances. Chiesa is the man with 8 goals and 2 assists, the man we bought this season. Once again, down by 1, but still a very, very good player. Ryan up by 1, the backup striker to an 83, 5 goals, 2 assists for him. Alright then lads, first ever knockout game for Forest Green Rovers in the Champions League. Against AC Milan, first leg at home of course, because we finished 2nd in our group. Can we make a first important step towards a possible deep run in the Champions League? Let's see. We quick sim the game here, at home, and we draw the game. It's a 2-all, Szymanski with a brace for Milan, Chiesa and Escobar score our goals, and we take a draw back to Milan. For next season already, we sell Alejandro Zendejas to Leeds United for 17.5 million. Away to Milan we go. San Siro, season number 8. Can we get through in Milan, in the San Siro? That is the question today. We quick sim the game with our full strength starting 11. And we lose on penalties. Oh my god. The fairy tale run doesn't continue. Forest Green Rovers are out of the Champions League. So many goals in extra time here. Pelistri gave us the lead. Lazitic and Leao turned the game around in extra time, and then Escobar gave us an equalizer. It is Marcel Ruiz and El Arouch who missed the penalties and who have sent us home and Milan to the quarterfinals. Oh lads, I didn't want this to happen, but Mohamed El Arouch wanted to leave the club badly. After 3 days of negotiating with Liverpool, he already went. Arouche has been sold to Liverpool for 65 million. So lads, finally some good news after the knockout against Milan. We have once again qualified for the UEFA Champions League in season number 9. We were 13 points off Manchester City, 5 points ahead of Man U in 5th, 3 behind Chelsea in 3rd. Liverpool had a shocker here in 9th, and even Newcastle and Aston Villa in 13th and 14th. The landscape of the Premier League has changed a little bit here in those 8 seasons. We do not win a cup to save our life because Arsenal beat Aston Villa while we had gotten knocked out to Arsenal. How does it come that we play Arsenal in the 3rd round already? I don't understand that, but oh well. Aston Villa win the Carabao Cup. I mean, this team has won a lot of trophies and reached a lot of finals in this rebuild. And Burnley have knocked us out in round 4 of the Carabao Cup. Once again, fantastic work in the cups. While Bayern taught Liverpool a footballing lesson in the Champions League final. 3-0 they obliterated the Englishmen. And Inter win a Champions League worthy final against Barcelona 2-1. In the Europa Conference League, it is a final between Austria Vienna from Austria and Midtjylland from Denmark, and the Danes have won it. Escobar, once again, what do I need to say even about this guy? He's been the top guy all of the seasons here, nearly all of the seasons, the top scorer. 18 goals in 33 appearances. Chiesa with 13 in 31, just like Pelistri, also 13 goals in 31 appearances. And then a bit of a drop-off to Fernandes. Bray with 9 assists. Great work from him. 8 goals, 9 assists, up to an 87. Fernandes up to an 82. I pray that there will be a few good free agents next season, because otherwise we'll be screwed. Let's jump into season number 9. First off, in season number 9, we go in for a very, very big upgrade at our weakest spot, the CDM position. We go in for a 34-year-old, once again an old player, who already played in Saudi Arabia. It is the Portuguese CDM Ruben Neves joining Forest Green Rovers. And he will be about an 85-86 overall at 34 years of age. The second player we found is a man, a regent certainly, a centre forward who can play on the wings, on both wings. Here he comes in a lot of hype. Surrounded, he will be greeted by rebuild Sombrero as per usual in these cutscenes. It is Davut Saliovic joining us, a Bosnian centre forward, and he's about 86 overall. I don't know why it says not good enough, because he is certainly good enough. We sell our 3rd string goalkeeper Antti Hämäläinen for 12 million to Fulham because we just didn't need him anymore. We have also sold our 3rd string right back now, 33 years of age, 74 overall, Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Just wanted to show you that we have about 414 million in the budget that we cannot spend at all. I have also switched up the formation a little bit to have more defensive cover, even though we lose in overall, because Steele is a talented 20-year-old from, of course, the Youth Academy. But certainly we have Ruiz on the bench. He's chopping and changing with Bray. Bray is 8 years younger, that's why he's in the starting 11, same overall. We have Saliovic, who is converting to a right winger from a centre forward. Chiesa is now on the bench here, of course. Very, very good option from there. Neves, he of course is the best CDM we've ever had at this club so far. And hopefully he can drag us into an even higher league finish and a better run in, of course, the Champions League. At the halfway point of the 9th season here, we are sitting in a pickly position. 6th place, 31 points. Not good enough so far. Really not good enough because of 10 draws. We have drawn half the games that we've played. 10 draws in 20 games. That is just atrocious. And in the Champions League, we've actually topped our group here. At least there we have delivered. 3 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses, 12 points. That is what you do in a Champions League group. And in the round of 16, we will be facing once again an Italian team. It is as if EA was really watching this. I mean, Juventus away, first game, of course, as we've topped the group. The stats are also looking a bit bleak, which explains why we've done a bit poorly in the league so far. Escobar once again at the top with 9 goals. Pelistri with 7 goals. He's really come in clutch. I didn't know he would grow into an 86 rated player when I picked him up. Converting Davut Saliovic to a right winger from a centre forward, and he goes up by 1 to an 87 overall. Here we are then, with a full strength starting 11 for the first leg, away at Juventus Stadium. It is Juventus against Forest Green Rovers. Can we get a good result? That would be really important here. We quick sim the game, and it's a 2-2 draw actually, not a bad result here for the first leg. All goals in the second half. Pelistri, Deal for Juventus, Saliovic for us, and Smith for Juventus once again. Okay lads, last season we were of course knocked out in this specific round against another Italian side in Milan. This season we face Juventus. It is 2-2 from the first leg. Can we right the wrongs here at home from of course the last season? We quick sim the game here at Town Park. And we win 2-0 after extra time. Chiesa against his former club scores the opener in the 91st minute. Escobar unfortunately suspended for the next leg, in the first leg in the quarterfinals. But Chiesa and Ryan, the backup striker, scored both goals, and we are off to the quarterfinals. Lads, Egan Riley, our starting right back, 29-84. He is out for 6 months after breaking his tibia. I'm absolutely gutted. If you enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. It really helps the channel grow a lot. In the quarterfinals, we are without our star men here. The 2 star players of this team, 90 rated Costa and 94 rated Escobar, are both suspended. Absolutely brilliant. So for the home leg here against RB Leipzig, we have placed Ryan at striker, replacing Escobar. Carvalho replaces the suspended Costa, and Agu, of course, who is a right-footed left back, can also play at right back. He replaces Riley, who is injured. Can we upset Leipzig here with a clearly weakened side at home? It's a 3-2 win! Oh my god! How did we do this? Ryan scores in the 13th minute, Lojek for Leipzig with the equalizer, but then we go 3-1 up actually through Bray and Fernandez, both youth players, before Lojek gave them one back. 3-2 in the end for the return leg at Leipzig in the RB Arena. We have of course Escobar and Costa back. Saliovic is a bit tired, Agu as well, but I don't care. I just want to get us through here in the quarterfinals. Can we reach the semis? Yes we do! It's a 1-1, which puts us through. Escobar gave us the lead on the brink of halftime before Haidara equalized, but they couldn't do anything more, and Forest Green march on to the semi-finals. In the semi-finals, we will be facing Bayer Leverkusen, first at home at Town Park. Can we get a very important edge here against the German Giants, the champions in real life? It's a 1-1 draw in the first leg at home. Saliovic gave us the lead, but Krupi Jr. equalized for Bayer Leverkusen, and it's all square for the second leg in Germany. For the semi-final second leg, we are once again short of 2 players in the starting 11. Steele at CDM and Pelistri at left winger are both suspended. Absolutely brilliant. We have brought on Laurent at the CDM position and Fernandez at the left wing position. We don't lose a lot in overall. It's the second German team, of course, we face here in the Champions League. And we are a little step away from a final. Can we get it done in Germany, in Leverkusen, in the second leg of the semi-finals? Yes, we do! We are off to a Champions League final. Escobar, Neves and Fernandez score for us. Frimpong gave them a consolation. But we are off to a maiden Champions League final for Forest Green Rovers. Absolutely brilliant. And in the final, of course, lads, of course, we had to face AC Milan, the team that knocked us out last season. At the end of the 9th season here, even though we are in the Champions League final, and maybe because of it, we are only in 7th place in the Premier League. 61 points, no Champions League football if we don't win the Champions League this evening. However, we have won the FA Cup. Incredible here. First win 3-0 tonking of Everton in the final. Different story though, in the Carabao Cup, Arsenal defeat Fulham in the final. And we have been beaten in round 3 very early doors by Brighton on penalties. The Europa League goes to the French giants Lyon over Inter Milan 3-1 in the final. And the Conference League goes to Lille over Shakhtar 2-0. Escobar has stepped up his game in the second part of the season. 18 goals for Escobar, 15 for Fernandes, 13 for Saliovic, 11 for Pelistri and 11 for Ryan. Those 5 have really done us a favour, especially in the Champions League. But in the final, we will be without Saliovic, once again a player. It's really painful. This whole rebuild has been a real challenge. Saliovic will get replaced, and we will also play, I've just seen it now, we'll play the Champions League final at San Siro, at Milan's home ground. Here we are then, lads, for the Champions League final. It's Forest Green Rovers against Milan at San Siro. Sesko plays up top for Milan. What a player. Leao, of course, still there. Now, chased by Costa, but Costa does really well. Escobar, our absolute superstar. He's such a great player, Escobar. I mean, look at him going here. It's into Neves. Gives it into Neves. Maignan with a good save. Neves now gives it into Pelistri. Can Pelistri create something out of nothing? He goes for an outrageous power shot. Good save, Maignan. Aguilar back to Leao. Into Szymanski, we already used in a former rebuild, but now Leao scores a goal for Milan, and they are 1-0 up. That's really bad, because he's doing it gritty here. Oh, get out of it, Leao, get out here. We've just gotten cut open. Labrovic without a chance in goal. Leao with a nice finish. Ray now with the idea of immediately responding. He keeps the ball, but couldn't get it through to Escobar. D'Angelo does really well here. Neves. Can we create? Can we get a bit of momentum? It's Escobar going and scoring the equalizer. It is 1-1 between Forest Green Rovers and Milan. We find the immediate answer here. I mean, the tackle by D'Angelo in defense was really decisive. But then a very good pass. I think it was Bray giving it into Escobar, and our main talisman puts it past Maignan to bring us level terms, and Rebuild Sombrero is delighted. It took us only 5 minutes to respond, but now what are we going to do? That is the question. Milan trying to find a response of their own here. Leao, but D'Angelo once again with a vital tackle. And then Escobar, Neves. Neves gives it back to Escobar. Nice play here. And Escobar with a good shot and a good save by Maignan. Neves with the corner kick here. Swings it in for Escobar. Have you seen this goal? That was an outrageous effort. And it's an even more outrageous celebration. A great corner kick. An in-swinger by Ruben Neves, but what an overhead kick here by Escobar. I mean, that is one for aesthetic books. What a goal. A brace by Escobar, one of the best players in the world, and he shows why here in the Champions League final. We have turned this game around. Now let's not try to bottle it. It is Steele here to Chiesa. Can the ref now please blow his whistle? Or maybe not. It is Steele going on an attack here. Can we get a 2-goal cushion before halftime? No, we can't. We are 45 minutes away from lifting the UEFA Champions League. Can we hold on? Sesko now. Sesko into Leao. Leao once again the danger man for Milan. Here against D'Angelo, and the Italian against the Italians, but D'Angelo does really well. It is Leao against Agu. Of course, our main man at the right back position is injured for 6 months. That's why Agu has to step in there, but Costa now with a great interception. For the last 20 minutes, we bring on fresh legs. It is Ruiz at the cam position, replacing Bray, and Fernandes replacing Pelistri at the left winger position. D'Angelo. bringing the ball out of defense here. He's done a fine job today. But now he does too much, and now there could be an opening. Steele now against Sesko. Sesko gets the better of Steele, but Costa comes to the rescue. Doesn't get past. Oh my god. Sesko still on the ball, but we get it away somehow. We win the ball back immediately by Fernandes, the man who just came on. It's his first touches. It's Fernandes. Can he go all the way? Fernandes! Goal! Another brilliant goal. It's Marcel Ruiz. The dream combination of the two men that just came on. Fernandes with all the run here. He's doing all the running, and then another brilliant finish here by Marcel Ruiz. Just look at that kick here, the bicycle kick, another bicycle kick. We intercept another ball here, and it's a lot of space now, a lot of green in front of Fernandes, who has just been a revelation since coming on. Another run here. Can he get the ball through? No. What an amazing player. And now a big foul here by Steele, who gets a yellow card. Ezra Steele, the CDM. Pardo with a long ball. Agu. We don't get it away. Still Milan on the charge here. It's Szymanski. Careful. Still Milan with a chance to score now. It's Sheshko, but a great save by Labrovic, our captain, the goalkeeper. And now we can go away here. It is Ruiz with all the green in front of him. Can we send someone away? Escobar for the fourth goal. It is Escobar with an iconic goal and an even more iconic celebration. 4-1 to Forest Green Rovers. We take Milan apart now. They are all out attack, and we punish them severely here. Just look at that. Ruiz with all the running, and then a tap in. The easiest goal Escobar is ever gonna score. Hat-trick, by the way, by Escobar. What a player he is. One of the greatest players I've ever created on this game. He's been a free agent, remember, a Uruguayan. We think it's the Luis Suarez regen. But now, the ref should blow all second here. In every second, the ref could blow, and now he does. It is the Champions League win for Forest Green Rovers in what was the most difficult, the most complicated, the longest ever rebuild we've done on this channel. At the end of the day, we get the fruits of our work. 4-1 win against Milan, against the Italian giants. We have taken them apart and turned them into our food. But lads, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to drop a like on it, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps, and I'd really appreciate that. But now I'm gonna leave you alone with the celebrations as Labrovic, our captain, the man we bought in season number 1, is lifting the trophy, the big one, the Champions League.